sure.
Let's do chemistry.
Brianna got it.
I've got one. Osric always makes fun of it.
I love it. I love it so much.
Is that the Chattanooga move? The Chattanooga?
I don't know, but I do it all the time. I do it when I'm dancing. I do it when I'm waiting for
And sometimes
food
it's
in the
like a
microwave.
robot. It's like a robot check. No, you do that, but yeah.
It's like a robot?
Yeah.
It's kind of more like a slow.
It's like a sexy
Body
train.
gyration.
It's a sexy train.
Sexy train. That's what they call me. The sexy train.
Next, I like your carriage.
Well,
I'll take it. I like her horn. Do trains have horns?
okay.
In Britain they do. They do. Yeah.
Next dance. Ruth, you're up. Ruth's actually a trained dancer.
Oh,
So I want to
she's gotta be.
I'd like to remind some people that Ruth is single and ready to mingle.
Wow.
I wasn't warmed up.
She broke her vagina.
Not for the first time. I've never in front of so many people before. First time for everything.
Kim, do you have a move?
Yeah, it's this.
Coffee tip move. Coffee tip move.
In the olden days, it may have been a different beverage. And instead of a mic, there was a clove cigarette in my hand. But yeah,
Yeah, dancing was never really a thing, so I don't have like a thing that I go to, but I do like to copy other moves. So I'm gonna try Brianna's thing because I love
You do the
it.
sexy
Can you
train.
teach me?
this is sexy train.
Sexy train.
Which chest work?
Beatbox. Beatbox.
And you gonna throw the arms? I love it. When Brianna does it, she makes uncomfortable eye contact at the same time. Like sometimes he'll do a side and he'll like just stare at one person the entire time.
I think that's another the overbite.
That's
The uncomfortable stare is a signature move for sure.
Oh
That's
boy.
it. My signature move is an uncomfortable stare.
Oh, we're only 2 questions in.
I know.
Thank you for your question.
Where will it go from here?
Hello.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
I'm Carrie, this is Heather. We're from the Star Trek pod.
Yes. You're from the future.
Yes, we're from the future.
Okay.
Our question is actually for Osric. It's about your new series, Dirk Gently, that you're in. Just looking like what you can tell us about it, like your character, what's gonna happen.
So the show is about a holistic detective who basically solves mysteries, but like based off of what he feels, and that's it. So it's this guy he seems kind of stupid. And he's like, this looks like the place to solve this mystery. What's this mystery? And he just kind of goes around trying to solve things, even though there's not always a mystery, and there's no clues, there's no evidence. He just kind of believes that everything is connected. So it's Samuel Barnett and Elijah Wood. And Samuel is Dirk Gently, and he basically breaks into Elijah Wood's house, and he's just like, oh, you're my assistant. And he's like, no, you just broke into my house. But somehow it works out, and he becomes his assistant. And
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
You got arrested.
I had to wear a big bracelet on my ankle for a long time. Just don't do that at home.
And so there's this big murder that happened, and all these crazy characters and mysteries, and like as the series progresses, they start to realize that everything is connected. And so I'm part of this group of dudes, and we show up and we just destroy everything, and it's probably the most fun I've ever had. It's every day I show up, I get to smash something.
Oh,
Wow.
It's incredible. So day one was like, okay, get in your van, you're gonna run into that car, and We own everything on that side of the street, so here are your weapons. Just have at it. That was day one. It's been fun.
Awesome. You're a wee smasher. Do you know that?
Sorry?
You're a wee smasher.
It sounds so nice when you say it.
You smash things, but you're also a wee smasher.
I'm a wee smasher. Yeah, so we all have...
That means you're cute in Scotland. You're a wee smasher.
Wee smashers are cute?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know how this applies to wee sausage.
That's a more part-specific comment.
So still cute, but small.
I mean, cute. Yeah. We banger, we sausage.
Okay. For breakfast.
I mean, I'm not averse to a wee banger for breakfast. I did have one this morning.
Don't break your vagina. Exactly. Maybe you'd be having more wee bangers for breakfast.
That's where I'm going wrong.
Broken
I must
vagina.
stop doing the splits, not warmed up, and I'll get some more sausage.
Bangers and mash.
This is not a euphemism.
Sorry, you guys. We're really sorry.
Good morning.
Sorry.
I'm not fucking sorry at all.
Say another question. Nah.
Yeah, first I want to say thank you to each one of you for the causes that you have brought to light as a 5-year breast cancer survivor. I appreciate the chest. And the female mother that they work way out. And I'm just wondering if there is an
Give me a little
impetus.
bracelet. I'll give you a little my chest bracelet. Oh, you look cute.
She's so drunk right now. Okay, sorry. Continue.
What was the pivotal or impetus at that point that you said, I need to do something? What brought that about? What point in your life, or was there an experience that made you have that feeling that I've got to do more, or this is something I need to be involved in?
You guys, for sure. Like, when you guys are a huge inspiration. The power that the SPN family has is unheard of. It's like no other. You guys have been in the press more in the last year than any celebrity I know. I swear to God. And so I thought, hey, if these people are doing it, I want to do something as well. I genuinely feel that we can't do things alone nearly as well as we can do them together. And so I was happy to pair with Kim, pair with you all, and just wait for the greater good to happen. It's pretty magical.
Yeah, there's a when I worked in Ashland, Oregon, there was a dog running through the park with nobody there. And it was a very scared dog, and everybody was kind of watching this dog. And so I went after the dog, and this is grossly edited, and it will have a point. I'm not that tired. But I called the number. They said, no, our dog's in the backyard. I said, will you please go check? Because I think the dog's here. And the dog was like, I don't know what's going on, white German Shepherd. And they came back to the phone and went, he's not in there. Can you please wait? He's deaf. And he needs medication. And I was like, absolutely, I will wait until you come get your dog. And my friend that was with me, who'd watched my insanity trying to get this dog, as everybody else in this tourist park did not, she went, oh, you're that person. I said, what? Yeah, but what? She said, I always think that person will take care of it. And I said, no, I'm not that person. I am the person who sits with something in my lap until it is undeniably mine. And like Brianna said, this fandom came and cuddled up in my lap, put their arms around me, and said, hi, you're on. Yeah, isn't that nice?
I want to get in your lap.
Right? It just cuddled up, and I was like, no, I'm sorry, you have the wrong lap. I'm full, I'm cold, I'm pretty bitter and angry, and I don't like or deserve any of you. And you cuddled up in my lap and said, yeah, we're not actually going anywhere. Hi. So that feeling of being overwhelmed needs to go someplace for me. That feeling of being so incredibly loved that it cracks my little fucking Grinch heart open and pops it 2 times bigger, and then I just say, it has to go somewhere. Just like my crazy, I gotta point it someplace. So I pointed it to someplace else where my heart already lived. So it was a beautiful combination for me. It's been a godsend, and it's just all stuff that shows up in my lap, and I have to do something with, or I can't stand up and dance around. Not that I dance. Yeah, that's how it happened.
You got me. You always get me. I had a really hard time. 2013 was really tough, and lots of people helped me. I was amazed. A lot of kind men helped me, a lot of kind women went above and beyond. And I actively was like, I would like to pay it back. And I tried to in my own little way, and I wasn't really finding big avenues. I was helping one person. I have a coaching qualification, like I was trying to coach one person or somebody else through a situation I had been through. And then this with creation, the creation stands came, and it was like, when something just happens easily and through the fandom. And I have to say, I think we're all really enjoying working with Michelle and Riley, who have worked extensively on the Wayward campaign, and we're all working with them now, and it's so easeful and joyful, and it's just, as you know, it just came, and those are the things you have to follow through, and it is all down to you guys. Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out last Saturday morning, look at all the gishwes, mangled chest, men and women in bras in the streets, in public. And the lady whose charity that I help, she's one woman band doing it all on her own, and she was so excited. She's never had this much attention for her charity, and it's all because of you guys. So.
Yeah. For me, it goes quite far back. I grew up when I was like 6, maybe when I was like 4 years old to like 9 years old. I went through this heavy stage of being bullied by, just my cousins, my older brother, his friends, and I used to watch a lot of like Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all these shows. But it got this like hero syndrome in my mind, and so when I was 8 years old, I started working out, and I used to do 100 push-ups and sit-ups every single day, so that by the time I was like 11, 12, I was the strongest kid in school by far. But what that did was it made me very physical, right? And so I would solve any incidents just with violence, and if I saw someone get bullied, I would just jump right in because I had that courage to that I could handle myself. And when I got to high school, it was the same thing. I got into a fight almost every second day because I would see someone get bullied, and it got to a point where I realized that I started bullying the bullies, and then something changed. I decided I would randomly try out for a school mascot, and I started socializing with people, and I eventually found a new way, and that was to communicate rather than just, show dominance, and that changed everything. I got into student politics. I started doing a lot of seminars like for anti-bullying. By the time I was in my senior year, I was president of the student council, and I was going around the entire Vancouver district speaking to different schools about, my experiences being bullied and how I learned to deal with it. So coming into the supernatural fandom and seeing how many people kind of went through the same thing, I think it just opened up the platform a little bit, and it was just like dealing with the same people that I used to be, that I grew up with, and I think a lot of it, comes from lack of communication, people just holding back on being their authentic selves, and anytime you're not doing the things that you want to, resentment builds. There's this energy that isn't going anywhere, that just kind of brews, and it's so destructive. And so a lot of what I try to do is just help people open up those channels and just get it out before you throw it onto someone else that you don't mean to. Yeah, I think that's it.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Izzy and I'm from Hogwarts. My question is for Ruth, and it's, if Rowena had a daughter, what do you think her personality would be like, and what do you think her relationship with her mother would be like?
Can I swear?
Please.
I'm asking the wrong Rowena. Do you mind?
We
Okay,
swear.
I think Rowena's daughter would be feisty as fuck. I think she'd be called Maggie. And she'd be a terror, a holy terror tearaway. And I'd be really proud of her, and I'd love her, and I'd teach her all my bad ways, and then we could rule the universe together.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I'm KJ.
Hi.
So my question is actually for Ruth. So since you're single and you're the love of my life.
All right. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, don't rub it in, but okay.
What is your dream date so that I can take you on this date and we can be lovers?
Wow. Went straight for it.
This is a straight up proposition,
This
right?
is the best convention I've
Yeah.
ever been to.
This is like the best dating app ever.
Yeah.
Remember those naked guys up here last night?
It's like I have to swipe right or swipe left. Is that right?
What's your dream date, Ruth?
Yeah, Ruth. I'll be your driver.
We all want to know, actually.
Oh, I don't know. Like, the other night there was a meteor shower. My dream date would be something like somebody that had the presence of mind, or, you know, was romantic enough to, like, pick you up, find a spot, take you to the right place, picnic rug, watch the meteor shower, a big glass of champagne.
Pretty great.
Quite simple, really. So you got a car?
Yes.
You're on.
Again.
I'm loving this
fun.
panel.
I know, you're winning. Hello.
Hi, my name is Allison. I'm also from the Star Trek pod.
Welcome. Welcome back to Earth.
What's it like? What's it like in the future?
Far away. My question's for Ruth.
Talk amongst yourselves. Just keep making out. I don't know.
Go ahead.
The most profound moment Rowena has had on the show comes when she explains to Crowley why she can't love him. How did you prepare for that performance? And would you like to explore more of Rowena's vulnerabilities?
Yeah, I love that. That I didn't have to prepare a lot. That they just. What is it? Do you want to make out?
No, wait, I'm nodding this time. I think you're supposed to be
Okay. What was amazing about that moment was I had carried that backstory myself for the entire time I played Rowena, really. And then the writer, Andrew Dabb, wrote it without us ever having a conversation about it. That's amazing. Do you mean that those two ideas existed in the two of us separately, but the same?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so it was such a relief to finally get to say some of it out loud. And I feel like Rowena was vulnerable from the very first minute. She was in chains, and there was jeopardy. You know, she can be hurt, and that's what's interesting to me. She's just not a flat, hard baddie. You know, there are layers, and I love it. I love it so much. This job has been honestly the gift of my life. Look at these people I'm sitting beside. Look at all this. You love your characters so much. as well. Don't you just? It's amazing. So that's nothing to do with your question. I just wanted to say that. And now can I snog Osric? Thank you for your question.
Hola.
Hi. So you guys really haven't been able to play our characters nearly as much as we all want you guys to.
We're just fitting it in because it's kind of, you know. Yes. Take advantage
So
of
so with the short time that you played your characters, how has the mindset of your characters affected you personally?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's made me more mental. I know for me, the thing I love about Rowena is she doesn't say sorry. I say sorry all the time, so I'm trying to take that from Rowena. Yeah, she doesn't give up. She doesn't give up a rat's ass. So that's what I'm trying to take from her. So that's my answer. I'm going to shut up now.
I for sure, now that I think about it, because Donna in the last episode has recently become a hunter,
I can see you.
Straight up. Should we answer our questions like this? That I was like, oh, I as Brianna need to measure up to Donna, especially if I'm going to come back in another episode. And it's one of the reasons that I started boxing. Because I wanted to be stronger. I wasn't doing it specifically to lose weight or look a certain way. I wanted to actually just be stronger and be more powerful for Donna, for myself as well. But there's something about, I don't know, it's kind of fun to be inspired by a character that you created going, wow, she has something there. But yeah, I think that Donna has a nice journey throughout those seasons, and then I've kind of gone with that journey with her. Yeah.
I love seeing your boxing videos.
Thanks.
And I texted her the other night, do you want to go to the cinema? She's like, no, I'm going into the alley with my husband to do some punch-ups. I know that's not the term, but I love that. I love it so
Funny,
much.
we have our neighbors come out the alley, they're like, what are you guys doing? Yeah.
beating the shit out of it.
Beating the crap out of each other.
The couple that boxes together stays together.
Yeah.
I think with Kevin, this is... Before I played the character Kevin, I did a lot of character roles, and usually if it was on a show, I'd do a lot of prep, I'd watch a lot of episodes, and you just kind of have to shape that character. But for Kevin, because he didn't know anything about the show, Supernatural world, I kind of took it as an opportunity to be super lazy about it. So I watched one episode, which was Party on Garth, which was not the worst. I mean, I'm like, that's not a good one to judge the show by. But I'm saying,
What show am I doing?
and then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this kid is just thrown into this universe. So I'm like, I'll do zero preparation instead of some. And and so Kevin was like the first character where I really got to play myself. And every stage that Kevin went through is like, that's been a part of my life. I think we've all, I was a really studious student, minus the good grades. I was, pretty crazy at some point when I'm working my butt off and not sleeping, and I haven't died yet, so maybe I've spoken too soon. But
He's not dead, he's just sleeping.
Well, he's in angel heaven.
Yeah.
I think.
He can still come back.
Heaven.
As long as he can still come back, he's not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kevin's the first time I got to play myself and just like, oh, that's that part of my life. Oh, that's that section of my life. So it was really nice to actually just show up and like, oh yeah, I get to be me. And since then I've been able to do more characters that are just me, and sometimes that's a lot of fun. Rather than being a character actor, which is fun in its own way, just a different way.
I think one of the things I appreciate about Jodie is that so many of the characters on this show really are like, oh my gosh, they're supernatural, that will become my life now. And Jodie's like, look, I have drunks to get in the tank. I fucking people that I need to throw in jail. Can you handle the vampires? You can't handle the fine. She's really not drawn to the drama, whereas I think instinctually and as one of my defenses, I'm very drawn to drama, and if there's no drama, I will create it. And thanks to and that's not a long-term strategy for a happy life. I'm just gonna say, for me. And so one of the things I've taken from Jody is that idea of conserving energy and putting your focus where you want it. Putting the love where the love already is, and where it isn't, deal with it if you need to. If it's actually threatening you, cut off its head. If not, fucking walk away.
Good question.
When you said that propensity, talked about the propensity for drama, my instinct was to fall off the chair onto the ground. I had to fight that instinct
No,
really
go
hard.
with your instincts.
Always go
I think
with
we should have a talk
Always
later.
go with your instincts.
I need a Jodie talk. Rowena needs a Jodie talk. Stop all the drama.
Can you imagine that scene? What? Okay, look, sweetie. It's not as bad as you think it is. Seriously, just cut off their heads or walk the fuck away.
Why didn't I think of that before? Bye.
Hello, next question.
Hi, my name's Livia. I'm from Kansas. I feel kind of bad about it. My question's for Ruth.
You shouldn't feel bad about that. We're sick of these questions. Just kidding.
So I'm moving to the UK this fall for university, and I've never been there before, and I wanted to know if you had any advice for me.
Okay, which university?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so first of all, you'll have to learn to listen to Scottish. I didn't say that clearly. Which university are you going to?
I'm going to the University of Lincoln.
Lincoln? Never been. Can't help. No advice. My best advice is get on a train, go up to Scotland, and there's a thing in Scotland, it's called flat sausage.
You and the sausages. Full
circle. So it's called Lorn sausage, Lorn, and it comes in a big, what's that? Not a parallel.
I don't know, but keep illustrating.
Tell me more.
It's like a square, oblong chunk. Some mathematician in the audience must know what it's called.
You mean like a sausage casing?
Like a tin?
Oh, that's not a box.
So, anyway, so this sausage you cut into slices and you get square. And you get a roll, you call a roll, like a bread roll. So the square sausage sits in the bread roll, and you get tomato sauce.
So rectangle cubes of sausage.
Rectangular cubes of sausage.
Got it.
And eat that, and then give me a call. If you need any more help,
Enjoy university.
I'm there for you.
Learn the slang, like snog and...
Yeah, snog. I'd snog a lot.
No, actually, if you're going to UK, one of the best things about being in Europe is that it's so easy to travel the rest of Europe. So take time to take a train, get like a month pass, and just like travel all over. Go to as many cities and countries as you can.
And when you're in London, you go to King's Cross and there's platform 9.5.
Yeah, or go to
Hogwarts.
to the studio tour. If you have any appreciation of the movies at all, it's totally worth it. Remember, it's your birthday when you go.
and remember to snog a lot. I think that's really what we can take away from
I'm
this.
still back on finding a box for your sausage.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm 12.
We got lost on that one.
Thank you for your question.
Thank
Was
you.
it
Good luck
helpful?
out there. Yeah,
You feel ready now to
Bye,
go to Britain on your own?
Scotland is really cool, though. You should totally check it out.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Alright.
Ruth, is there any applications open for Maddie, and if so, where can I get one? But my question is, well, when I first started watching Supernatural, I don't know if this caused lasting damage, but I watched a season in a day. So my question was, if you've ever binge watched a show, how many episodes in a day and what show?
Wait, so you slept 2 hours, 1 hour?
Yeah, Osric's the
3 hours?
person for that.
I didn't sleep.
All right, because you need bathroom breaks. I get it.
Tea breaks, cups of tea breaks.
Osric was literally talking about last night. He's like, no, I didn't sleep. I was watching a show.
I was gonna sleep, but I ended up watching Dragon Ball. I just wanted to see one other episode and then another one to finish anyways.
I just finished watching Stranger Things.
I gotta get on that.
11 is my hero.
Hey,
she's so fucking badass.
Spoilers.
I didn't say shit. I said a number and hero. There you go. Everybody wins up here. Everybody wins. I prefer to binge watch a show. Like, I've heard that this second season of Fargo is supposed to be fantastic, and I refuse to watch it until I can binge watch the whole thing. I feel like that's where TV's kind of going now.
Yeah.
It's good for addicts who just smack me up binge for 12 episodes. That's true. That's what I like too. I binge watched a show nobody's ever heard of. I binge watch shows I can't talk to anybody else about. And when it's so live, and if you watch 48 episodes of The Guardian in 3 days, you're in it. You saw it. There's 3 people saw the show.
Over there. There's a few high clappers.
And you feel like you want to talk about, should they get together, should they not? And nobody else gives a toss in the world. So that was the last one I binge watched, 48 episodes in about 3 days. And I have no regrets, and I'm not sorry.
No regrets.
I think the last show that I binged watched was House of Cards. And
Yes!
just one episode of my
Yes.
I want to do the second one.
Yes.
I'll do the third one.
Yes.
And then I finished.
Yes. I finished too.
Sexual battle!
At the same time, too. That's impressive.
Effortless.
Well, yeah. Takes practice.
House of Cards will do it.
Also, I love Brie. You have an announcer voice. It's like a wrestling match.
And Ruth just finished! Oh, here comes Osric. Close
That's my favorite observation. This year. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is such an amazing observation. I'm fascinated now. You can't not do that now.
No, we're not going to be doing this to our own amusement for the rest of our entire relationship.
Forever, yeah.
Somebody's going to make it.
broken again! Osric Chow. Always letting the ladies finish first. Oh my lord, it's so dirty.
I don't
And it looks like she's coming around for another pass.
Does somebody want to ask a question? There we go. Is it this turn? This side.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
This
Sorry,
side.
this side.
Hi, my name's Brianna. I'm from the Star Trek
Oh,
pod.
yeah! Are you like her clone from the future?
Yes.
Do you speak in an announcer's voice, a wrestling? Can you ask us in the style of a wrestling announcer? Your question.
And I was wondering, how did you guys get introduced to Supernatural?
Are you talking about beyond the audition or in the fandom, the community?
Beyond, how did you guys get to, the audition? Did your agents come to you guys and ask you, or just hey, I'm gonna audition for that role?
I wish that was our industry worked.
Our lives feel like, oh, Walking Dead, that show looks good. I just want to go knock, 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 knock. Hi.
Did it work?
Storyline. So good. No, I think that we all have representation that has to get you in the room. That's kind of how it works. Sometimes it's very, very hard to get in the room.
So hard,
Yeah.
and not in a good way.
And she was saying the other day, oh no, we're back at it, are we? How hard is it, Ruth? Can you tell?
single I've been for how long? It's like seeping out my every pore. Not yet. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll have sex with you.
And then,
You're so
and then hopefully, you guys, let's answer this question. We
Okay,
can do it.
alright.
We can do it. And then hopefully you get an audition. You get, in my experience anyway, you get one audition, which is for the casting company. Then the casting company brings you back to audition for director-producers. And then they bring you back. In my position, it was just for a walk-on role, just a comp. And then they brought me back forever.
One of my favorite Supernatural stories is the audition for this. There were 8 of us. And the audition material, I don't know if you remember eons ago, the very first episode I had, stuff happened, and then my son ate my husband's guts. And had to be shot in the head. Because it's supernatural, right? And this was the audition scene. So there are 8 of us, 8 drastically different flavors of females. Like, they clearly were not like, we want this cardboard cutout. They were like, female would be nice, but go from there. So I'm sitting with the other women, and the casting agent walks in. He's going to walk into and one of them goes, are we doing this whole scene? Because he goes through the whole, like, oh my gosh, husband, guts, child, dead, and we're gonna shoot, that's not my son, gotta shoot him, shoot the kid. And she's like, are we doing this whole scene? And he goes, yeah. She goes, that's impossible, there's no way we can do this whole scene in an audition. And he goes, it's supernatural, and keeps on walking, and I was like, I got this. This is mine. I didn't know I was gonna come back though. That was not planned.
I think not you. No, I think that's the deal. Is there?
Yeah.
You get on set and they're like, "Are you a good time at the party?" Okay, that's it. Come back. All right.
Did you ever carry on with J&J? Yes, good. You can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, did I ever tell you? Because I almost turned down Supernatural. Did I tell you that story?
No, tell us.
Okay, so the audition, it was the most stereotypical Asian character I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm like, like I was already going to LA for a callback for J.J. Abrams' pilot for series regular, and I had to change my flight to make this producer-director session for Supernatural for this super-duper Asian character. Hey guys, I'm gonna finish.
We've finished a few times up here already.
Did it to me again.
But
So I took my agent's advice. I spent $600 to change my flight so I could make the audition. And all of a sudden, this was the only audition I ever had that had a price tag on it. So I worked my butt off with it, even though I'm like, he's so Asian. And by Saturday, I got offers for both roles, but there was a scheduling conflict, and they made me choose the one. And so I went with the series regular. And so originally I turned down Supernatural, because I'm like, it's like a 2 or 3 episode guest arc and then I die, right? That was the idea. And then it turned out it was the same business affairs person, they wanted to make it work. The pilot never ended up going through, and they decided they didn't want to kill me right away.
the universe took care of it. So I'm sorry, everyone at the lineups. I guess we're done because we were talking about boxes of sausages. And finishing. Thanks. So early in the morning.
I forgot. Boxes of sausages.
Boxes of sausages.
Boxes of sausages.
And here comes Ruth. Ruth is about to finish, and there she goes. Oh, and Osric is close behind.
Almost there.
That's what you missed.
I'm somewhere between sorry and relieved. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna, Kim, Ruth, and Osric.
Just the four of us. We can make it if we try. Just the four of us. You and I. Just the four of us. Shooting castles in the sky. Just the four of us. You and I.
You miss Ruth waving at you. She was waving at you.
I thought you were waving at me. That always happens.
Everybody, you came to see this convention because you like the show that stars two lumbersexuals. Well, let's be honest. You know damn well you've hidden this from your grandmother, but you have a strong affection for Satan. That makes you both scary and lovely at the same time, both wrong and right, and everything about your feelings are about to be shaken up and stirred because you're about to meet the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Darkness, Mark Pellegrino!
Size of the audience. Minneapolis, babies. Rocking the house. How you guys doing? It's too early for me to tell. Got my coffee. Wow, the stage is
right. It's like a proper stage.
This is a proper stage. It's a proper auditorium.
Not really a proper audience, though. You should know.
But I like that it's an improper audience.
Right, exactly. It's it throws everybody off who walks out. It's fun for us to watch the surprised look. For starters, usually when you take the stage, by the time you take one step on stage, you're already in Billy's personal space. Like you're just right.
Wow. Yeah. This is cavernous. This is like a whole new country. I mean, bigger than the Vatican City.
We have. Mark and I have known each other a long time. We've all known each other a long time. There was a while there at the beginning when Mark wasn't doing conventions, and he and I were talking about it. He's like, "Well, what's going on? What's it all about?" You know. So I finally coerced Mark to come to a show and to hang out at karaoke and all these.